Hello, welcome back to another breaking news update. My name is Jimmy Boyd, and you were watching Boyd News. I want to thank you so much for tuning in today. I've got some big news coming out from the United Nations that I want to share with you. So, you have probably seen this logo on my channel if you've been watching before. Maybe you've heard of it. This is Unwra, so UNRWA. And what is Unwra? Unwra is the United Nations Relief and Works Agency for Palestine refugees in the Near East, and is a United Nations agency that provides humanitarian assistance, human development, and protection to Palestinian refugees. Okay, so they operate throughout the Gaza Strip, also other areas like the West Bank, Syria, Lebanon, Jordan. So other nations, they operate as well. They're a UN-based organization. Okay, and for a long time, throughout majority of this year, basically since the October 7th attack took place, Israel has accused Unwra of being involved with Hamas and helping out Hamas, protecting Hamas. Even many times, some people would say that Unwra is Hamas. Okay, we've heard that before as well, and I'm going to go over lots of information that talks about this today. But we have an article that came out today that Unwra has admitted that 9 staff members may have been involved in the October 7th attack on Israel. Now, there was like a viral video and photos that were coming out towards the beginning whenever this happened in October 7th in Israel, that there were Unwra members or staff, excuse me, that were kidnapping people inside of Israel. And there was like pictures and videos showing that. And Israel's been coming out saying this for a long time. Okay, how does the IDF describe Hamas? They say that Hamas hides amongst the civilian population and the infrastructure of the civilians, and they blend in with the population and use them as human shields. Okay, and then look at this with Unwra. They claim that Unwra works with Hamas to mask themselves and pretend as if this is actually a relief organization. But there are people here that apparently, according to Unwra or the UN, excuse me, they're stating that there's at least 9 people, 9 staff members that could have been involved in the October 7th attack. So obviously there's some corruption here. This is supposed to be a UN-based organization, and they apparently have some affiliation with Hamas, okay? And if not, maybe much more worse than what's being told. So I want to talk some more about this today. I want to go over this article with you guys, and then I also want to show you some stuff on X that that's kind of relating to this situation. So let me go over this real quick just so I can give you some of the information in regards to these 9 Unwra staff members that have been accused of being involved. So it says Reuters, 9 Unwra staff may have been involved in October 7th attack on Israel, says UN. This came out today, okay, just 21 minutes ago at the time that I record this. 9 staff members of the United Nations Relief and Works Agency for Palestinian Refugees, Unwra, may have been involved in the October 7th, 2023 Hamas attack on Israel, and they will be fired, the United Nations said on Monday. For 9 people, the evidence was sufficient to conclude that they may have been involved in the 7th of October attacks. Deputy spokesperson Farhan Haq said he was referring to findings of the UN Office of Internal Oversight Services, which he said had completed its investigation into the alleged involvement of 19 Unwra staff members in the attacks. OIOS made findings in relation to each of the 19 Unwra staff members alleged to have been involved in the attacks, he said. In one case, no evidence was obtained by OIOS to support the allegations of the staff members' involvement, while in 9 other cases, the evidence obtained by OIOS was insufficient to support the staff members' involvement, he said. Hawk said that all 9 individuals who the investigation concluded may have been involved were men. He did not give any details of what they may have done, but said, for us, any participation in the attacks is a tremendous betrayal of the sort of work that we are supposed to be doing on behalf of the Palestinian people. The United Nations launched an investigation after Israel charged that 12 Unwra staff took part in the Hamas-led October 7th attacks, which triggered the Gaza war. Israel stepped up its accusations in March, saying that over 450 Unwra staff were military operatives in Gaza terrorist groups. Unwra employs 32,000 people across its area of operations, 13,000 of them in Gaza. So look at that. I mean, 450 people being accused of being Hamas affiliated, okay? And for sure, we've got confirmation that at least 9 of them are going to be fired being involved in the attacks on October 7th. So it's absolutely insane, okay? Think about this, because this is a UN-based organization, not supposed to be affiliated with any sides of a conflict. They are strictly just there to help the Palestinian people and protect them in times of conflict and provide aid and relief. Okay, and they're getting involved in this military operation. So UNRWA said it's in March that some employees released into Gaza from Israeli detention reported having been pressured by Israeli authorities into falsely stating that the agency has Hamas links and that staff took part in October 7th attacks. Okay, so for a very long time, UNRWA's been stating that they don't have any involvement in with Hamas at all. Okay, but Israel's come out repeatedly and said this. Okay, like I said, they state that Hamas is frequently involved in doing things to protect themselves, such as hiding amongst the population. We've heard of Hamas being inside of schools. Okay, UNRWA organization buildings. Okay, all over the place, just hiding amongst civilian infrastructure and using this to their advantage to fight against the Israelis. And UNRWA should not be involved in this. And according to this information, they are. So let me show you a couple more things here on X as well. From Jonathan Elkoury. Breaking, UN admits 9 UNRWA workers participated in an October 7th massacre with Hamas. They will be fired. Too little, too late. UNRWA should be shut down. There are documentations of at least 150 UNRWA workers that are affiliated and connected with Hamas. UNRWA has been used as Hamas front for too many years. Okay, so lots of people have been saying this for a very, very long time now. And like I said, many people would say UNRWA is Hamas, okay, that they help them out a lot. So this is obviously a big deal, okay, big admission of guilt here. And I'm very curious to see how this will affect the United Nations and the organization of UNRWA moving forward. So take a look at this as well, okay. This came out on X back in January, okay, January 6, 2024. So here's like an example of the IDF claiming that UNRWA is involved with Hamas. So it says, from the Israel Defense Forces, the IDF, that is, IDF troops continue operating in Gaza. Nukba military vests concealed in UNRWA bags were located in a medical clinic during a targeted operation in an area of Gaza City from which our troops were fired at. RPGs, AK-47s, and ammunition were located in an adjacent building. IDF UAVs struck terrorists in Beit Lahia and Al Furqan, who were spotted using drones to attack our troops. Ground and aerial forces operating in Khan Yunis eliminated numerous terrorists, destroyed tunnel shafts, and a weapons storage facility containing remotely detonated explosives, RPGs, and other weaponry. So why would they be tied up in UNRWA bags? Okay, and how did they get these bags? Did they just steal them? I mean, obviously they have weapons. Maybe they could have just stole them. But Hamas would do a lot of things like this. They'd wrap things up in UNRWA labeling to make it appear as if it's probably just transferring of humanitarian aid to the citizens of the Palestinians, excuse me. But this has been shown many, many times from the IDF, okay? So this is just one example of many, many claims of Israel saying that UNRWA has affiliation with Hamas, okay? So one last thing that I want to share with you as well. Here's another report. This came out in May 23rd, 2024 from Open Source Intel. Bodies found in UNRWA building. The IDF released videos and images showing the entrance to a Hamas tunnel system where the bodies of 4 hostages, Ron Benjamin, Amit Boskila, Itzhak Gellerenter, and Shani Luke were found last Friday. Israeli officials reported that the tunnel entrance was inside, look at this, inside a United Nations Relief and Works Agency UNRWA building, okay? So this tunnel system was found inside of this UNRWA agency building. And also they found this tunnel system where the bodies of 4 hostages were found that were either being hidden down here or maybe they were held there for a while and something happened. So we'll kind of just briefly watch this video real quick. I'm not going to watch too much of it, just to kind of reference here for you, and then we'll take a look at this photo here too. So just take a look at this real quick.
כמו שאמרתי, זה הרבה תושייה של כוח לוחמים, של מפקד צוות, שלמעשה מטהר את המבנה הזה מאויב, מחליט.
Okay, so it's obviously not in English, but as we can see, a tunnel system being found inside of this building. Clearly it's a building. They're claiming here this is an UNRWA facility. And here's a picture as well that was provided, okay? This label was on the outside of the building, or because could be on the inside actually too, but showing that, you know, this definitely is a shelter for Unwra, okay? This is designated for the organization of Unwra, and this tunnel system was found inside. So this is absolutely huge news. I just wanted to share this with you. I don't talk a whole lot about Unwra. We have talked a little bit about them in the past, but you know, like I said, the Israelis have been saying for a long time that Unwra was affiliated with Hamas and that many members were even involved in the October 7th attacks. But now we've got official confirmation coming from the United Nations directly stating that at least 9 staff members may have been involved in the October 7th attack on Israel. Let me know what you think down below, though. This is obviously a major development. I'll follow this some more, and if we get more information, I'll make a further update for you guys. But that's going to be it for this update today. If you got something out of this, please smash that like button. Also, if you enjoy my content, please consider subscribing down below. Hit the notification bell. That way YouTube can notify you. And with that, hope you all have a great day. Everybody take care and God bless, and we'll see you in the next one.